So, what did Bethenny Frankel say that Meghan's ex-husband Trevor Engelson said about Meghan? Some nonsense. I was just reading this in the what is it, page 6, and they're saying that Bethany said, Trevor said Meghan will close the deal with Harry. She's a closer. She's going to get him. She's going to get her ring. She's going to get her marriage. She's going to get her, everything she's going to get. And I'm just like, yeah, I remember Bethany saying something less than flattering about Meghan a couple of years ago. I don't remember the exact quote, but I do remember I put her in a certain category in my head. I just like filed her in my head in a certain compartment where Meghan is concerned. And before that, I liked Bethany. I remember I liked her when she first came out with this skinny girl margarita. This is going back years. I was still in America then, and so she came out with a skinny girl margarita, and then she had this husband, and they had this reality show, and then she had the baby, and she's like, I know this is all about the husband and the baby. I remember that quote, and I felt her for that, because she had worked so hard, and all anybody wanted to talk about was the husband and the baby. And then that sort of blew up and ended in divorce. I thought her first husband was very cute, and I thought she treated him less than well. But who am I to talk? Right? But I digress with Bethenny Frankel. Why is she bringing this up now about what Trevor said about Meghan 10, 11, 12 years ago when she was dating Harry? Seriously, like, the insanity of this whole thing, I am really at a loss for words half the time of what to say about the worldwide cultural obsession with the Duchess of Sussex. And, she's just, what can I say? And all these years later, we're being told what her ex-husband said while she was dating Prince Harry. She's been married to Harry now almost a decade. What does it even matter? And clearly, if he did say that, he was right, and he ought to know, right? Because she closed the deal with him, and their marriage, unfortunately, didn't work out. It didn't go the distance. But they dated for, I think, over a decade before they got married, her and Trevor, her first husband. And notably, he has never, ever uttered a bad word about Meghan, to my knowledge. Correct me if I'm wrong. But in all these years, all these controversies, and for a fact that he got some offers from the Daily Mail, like her sister Samantha and the Dan Wootons and the this and that. They put money on the table. They put skin in the game to get Trevor. I'm sure even big publishing houses like, Simon and Schuster and these types of people. Does that company still exist? I don't even know. Random House. I'm sure he was offered big money to do a tell-all about Meghan, and the filthier and the dirtier, the better, right? I'm sure he got offers. And kudos to this young man, whoever he is. He has not so far taken the bait. Life is long, and we can't really be sure what anybody will do at any time, what his situation will be. He could have changed circumstances that makes that money worth it to him to throw Meghan under the bus. But so far, he hasn't done it. And I have said before in past videos, that proves something very, very fundamental about this man. He loved this woman. He loved this woman, right? He was tested and he did not betray her. That is love, right? That is love. And Meghan, she knows how to pick him. She knows how to pick him. You have her ex-husband standing by her with his silence. You have her current husband standing by her with his presence, right? With his refusal to turn on his wife. You know, did you see the way he was holding her hand when they were entering Kris Jenner's birthday party a couple of days ago? The firm grip with which their hands were locked. No one talked about that in the press because it's not convenient, right? They don't want to see that. But I noticed that. I mean, go back and look at some of those pictures or videos even, how firmly Harry gripped his wife and he was leading her and protecting her like her bodyguard, her body armor. He loves his wife. So she's been loved deeply by two men. That says a lot about this woman. As I said, she's a high quality woman, right? And she attracts high quality men. And by high quality, I don't mean necessarily money. I mean, money helps, obviously. You need resources to provide for your children. But it's not money that makes someone high quality. Money is a part of it. Having resources is a part of it. But it's also the character of the person that's even more important than money, that makes them a high quality man or a high quality woman, in my opinion, right? It's a different things that makes you high quality. One being your character. Money alone, you have a lot of rich guys and women out there. They have money up the wazoo. I wouldn't want to associate with them, right? So it's not that I'm saying that Meghan attracts rich guys or something like that. I'm saying she attracts high quality men, men with good character, like her ex-husband, TREVOR Engelson, and like her current husband, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. My hat is off to her, man.